Welcome to the More You Look podcast. Welcome to the More You Look podcast.
I know that Nicola is not with us here today, but one question I've been waiting to ask you, I would have asked on the phone, but I just wanted to wait to see you guys, is that how did you survive the greatest heat wave in the history of UK? How did you survive that heat that day?
Okay, first of all, without acting any macho and whatnot, it's been really a crazy couple of days. Especially at night. It was night for me. That night, it was just, it's like someone just put you in a bag with no hair, no air supply. And
did that rain? You know there was rain the next day. Did that rain come at the rightest time or not?
When I came outside, I saw the rain. I took off my shirt. I went out with my boxers only. I'm like, I need to get this hair.
Mine is even worse because I have air conditioning in my house, so it made life easy. But the problem is when you step outside of air conditioning, into the. If I was funny for me because I was upstairs watching my wife when she was about to go out. She got dressed, got into her car, and I heard her screaming, "Yeah, wow, woo, wow!" It was like Celine Dion carrying a falsetto. I mean, what's that high note? The sun, the leather seat was like flogging her like this, you know. So you know, stepping out of your house into that blazing sun, I had migraine for like 2 days. Like, oh my god! And I'm hearing that there's another heat wave coming in a few days' time or something. So I hope everybody's prepared though. Well, what do we want to talk about today? Now, I had my topics lined up for today until I went into the emails and I saw a few of the emails. And you know, what happened was somebody shared a video saying that he would rather come to the UK as a care worker than to be a bank manager in Nigeria. And when I said that, I replied, and this is what we're going to talk about today. This is how we're going to deep dive into this stuff. So I replied him saying, well, if you remove the issue of lack of safety, if you remove the issue of corruption, if you remove the issue of, what else are we even battling down there? Lack of proper healthcare and all that stuff.
Roads,
if you remove all those things, I would rather you remain in Nigeria as a bank manager than come to the UK as a care worker. Now, that was when I started getting all these comments and stuff, and I was like, look, you guys don't understand. I know it's easy, like they say, it's easier said than done. Innit? Me saying that, people will be like, oh, Shebi, you are abroad. It's easy for you to say. It's like you are discouraging people when you tell these people that, look, don't come and put yourself in certain situations where it's going to end in tears, like they say.
Bro, before you go far, sorry, just hold that thought. All I'm just going to say is that, you start with if you remove this, if you remove that.
Yeah, but those things are not removable.
They are not removable, so go on.
Okay.
You got to be in.
Yeah, still, but here's the thing. Would you rather be on earth with options than going to heaven without options? I'll tell you something today that I'm not ashamed to say. There's a certain person that will see this thing and will know. There was a time when I was in this country, the first 2 years when I came back to the UK. Didn't have any friends. I had only one friend and she lived very far away. I called her one day and I started crying. I was saying, I want to go back home. I want to go back home. I'm tired of living here. But here's the problem. This place I was complaining about back then, I could wake up 2 a.m. middle of the night, wear my slippers, go outside and go for a walk and come back home. Without fear that some people will hack my head off for money rituals or OPC or whatever. So now here's the point though. What I meant is that I'm never going to discourage anyone from coming to live in UK for looking for their own greener pastures, you see. But herein lies the issue. People need to understand that there are certain agencies and people down there, back home, that are not offering up the truth, the complete truth about these situations. If you are going to come work as a staff support worker in the UK, as a carer in the UK, how much do you think those people earn? Even actual nurses. I say to people, if you are going to leave Nigeria for any country just to work as a carer or a support worker, make sure that is not all your eggs in a basket. Make sure that job, you're meant to be doing it as a stepping stone to other better options. And your better option, you're probably going to end up being a nurse. How much do you think nurses earn? If you are not a band 5 going upwards, they don't earn much. And that's just the truth. After taxes, any nurse will tell you. After taxes. And
even band 5, band 6, it's not as great.
You know what I mean? That's why most of them are going the agency route.
Yeah.
And even then.
And I feel like what you're trying to say basically is this. We're not saying don't come if you've got the opportunity, but just know what to expect, you know. And I feel like this has been an issue right from time immemorial.
Yeah.
It's Nigerians or Africans.
Once you say anything, see, this is the problem. It's general with everything about us as a people. Yeah. If somebody comes to you, in fact, human beings generally, if somebody comes to you for advice, yeah, or somebody comes to you and says, "Give me the truth. I want you to tell me the truth about this." I will ask, and you tell them, "Will you accept the truth if I tell you about this situation?" And they say yes, and then you tell them that truth, it will backfire. 9 out of 10 times, it will backfire. Exactly. And that's the same situation with this stuff.
Yeah.
When you try to give people the proper advice based on what you've seen or based on your experience, all right, they will misinterpret it as, "But you are there." So you are discouraging me from coming there and bettering my life.
Yeah, why don't you come back?
But what they don't understand is the simple and small mistake most people make. I'll say that again. The small mistake a lot of our people, our brothers and sisters back home make is that they look at you, okay, and they say, "Oh, you are saying abroad is hard. Abroad is hard." But I watch your videos on WhatsApp. I see your Instagram stories. You get me? Let me too come. Let it be hard for me too. And what you don't understand is those stories you watch and all those things you see of those people, most of them, you don't know how many years they have already put in to get to that level of living that kind of life. Also, human beings are like die that you play Ludo with, that you play Monopoly with, or whatever it is. They will only show you the aspect, the parts that they want you to see.
To see, exactly.
All those people who post pictures of nobody. How many people on Instagram do you see posting their problems?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I go on Facebook. I tell people, I'm broke. Oh. I am broke.
See, I feel like this is another thing that Nigerians do, which is once you post, you're celebrating your kid's birthday, or anything you post, anyways, can be used against you in the court of Nigerians. So basically, but you should also understand this. If someone is, say, I've got this in my head, but how do I articulate it? Yeah. Basically, if something is wrong with me, do you expect me to now put it?
If you expect me to come online and say, people of Instagram, I've not eaten since last Thursday.
You understand?
You know that kind of a thing.
I'm going to try and make myself happy, you know, put on the nicest clothes that I probably have, you know, try and ball a bit. It doesn't mean that I am sleeping in Yachali's house and they are feeding me, they're just bringing food, giving me money regularly. You understand? You got to understand that everybody has their own issues. You understand? Everybody has what.
Look at it this way. Somebody came to
the UK. Coming to the UK to work, it means that though a lot of Nigerians see it as, oh, we'll come here, we'll take the money back. No.
You think that
the way they've structured themselves.
This part, wait, don't rush this part you're about to say. This part is key. This part is key. Don't rush this part, I beg.
The way the country is structured, they don't intend for you to come and work here.
Want to leave.
You understand? They have money, they have economy. Then you just take it out somewhere. You understand? If you're gonna do that, then you're gonna be ready.
Why do you think people who come here for holiday, they bring all that money?
Yeah.
And they don't live without it.
Without it, you understand?
Why?
My guy, it's bloody expensive.
If you know that you want to relocate to any country, ask yourself, Am I relocating to live there?
Yeah.
You get me? Okay, look at it this way. You are a Nigerian now. You're living in Nigeria. You've been living in Nigeria all your life. Assume that you relocated from a country to Nigeria. Look at your savings. In that Nigeria you're living, how much are you able to save? How much have you saved from your wages? Think about it. So what makes you think you will now go abroad? You are spending their currency. The things you are buying is in that country's currency. It's not as if you are earning pounds and buying things in naira. You get me? So what makes you think you are going to be able to save so much that you will build a triple duplex in 6 months?
You know, so you got to be ready to pay their tax.
This is even the funny thing. This is the funny thing. I know actual doctors that are struggling.
Bro,
I have a friend. She's a doctor. She's got kids. Yeah. But her husband is not here. She's a doctor. I mean, we will class doctors as high earners, right? She struggles.
Depending on your circumstances.
So, yeah, let me now break it down.
Someone told me recently, why can't you get childcare?
Do you think it's easy?
How much I'm paying for my childcare? I've got 2 kids here, just 2.
Do you think it is easy?
Nigerians are like having 10,
you know what?
7,
you know the problem I have. I will let you break this down. What I want us to do with this podcast, because so many people, message me in the emails, and I found it hard responding to all of them. We had about 56 messages or something. I know you replied to about 11. I did try. I did about 18, but I said, watch the next episode. Let's break everything down, because most people will just message you, how can you help me get this? What do you think? Do you think it's suitable for me to come to the UK to do this? Do you think? I'm like, look, I'm not a what do you call them? What do you call them? I'm not an immigration officer or something. But the good thing is, the mistake most people make is that they take advice from people who have never left Nigeria about abroad. So yes, you've come to us that have lived abroad for at least 20 years plus, going upwards. So yes, you've done the right thing. So let's break some things down based on experiences and what we've seen. You get me now? So first things first, talk about
what you're saying is the truth, and it's bitter.
So let's paint scenarios. A lady came to my inbox on Facebook. I don't even know this person, but because I discussed some of these things a lot on Facebook, so she said, well, that I've got 2 children. Okay, I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I have a good job back home, but because of all the things that have happened, she knows somebody that has been kidnapped. She herself has almost gotten kidnapped twice. That she was really lucky. You get what I mean? So she's like, relocating is the only thing for her now. So I said, okay, what qualifications do you have? Apparently, the job she has, was like man kind of, the way we facilitate things back home. So not much qualifications there. Okay, your degree won't do much for you here. Let's be honest with ourselves. You get. So we said,
on the degree.
Yeah, it depends on what you studied.
It depends on the school.
The school, that's what we're saying. I already know. I asked her. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not going to reveal everything here. But we both know, myself and her, know that our degree is not going to do much. Okay. So she said, yes, there are these people, these agencies that said, well, she can come do support worker, care worker, and she knows that she can use that to get into the country. So I now said, okay, fine. So when you get here, what's next? She said, oh, she heard as education there is free. Is that what you think? No, seriously, because let's be honest with ourselves. Most people go to people who have never left Nigeria for advice about living outside of Nigeria. You get me? No. See, I can't. Let me tell you, I cannot blame them.
It's not free anymore.
Let me tell you, I can't blame these people. You know why? I was born here, but I grew up in Nigeria, and I used to have that mentality. Because I used to hear is a common thing people say that education is free abroad now. Do you spend money on your children's education? I have those people that have asked me for money and I've said, look, if you know how much school my kids' schooling, is taking, you get what I mean? And she said, but do you people pay? It's free now, isn't it free? So I now have to break it down for her. 1, I know it's optional, you get me? But when you see every other kid doing it, and your kids come crying to you, and it's actually do them. Let me give you an example. From like age 4, I noticed that my daughter loves drawing.
Yeah,
Art. She draws really well. She likes to draw a lot. So enroll that in arts with the art specialist. That one is taking money. Yes. She does extra tutoring, like what we call lesson in Nigeria.
Yeah.
She and her brother. You are paying for 2, right? Before you know, those 2 activities alone is like over 1,000 pounds. My son goes to Boy Scouts. My daughter goes to Girls Guide.
after school.
After school, money, right? Uniforms alone, I know for a fact that we spend close to 1,000 on both of them. The Huskies, they will go and come back. There's hole in the trouser.
It's dirty.
And you can't be doing patch for them because we went through it so that they will not be able to go through it. I still remember my yash patch in Unilag Star
Not
School.
in Nigeria, not in this country.
Not in here. You get me? So when I started breaking down those things, she's like, you have calculated like 5,000 pounds already for a time. I said, but you said it's free. That free is like when they say club entry, free. When you enter the club, is it air you will drink? Do you think all those things inside is free?
Like I remember when I
You get what I mean?
They advertised photography for me on the high street. Come in, it's free.
It's free.
Then I took the picture. Then I'm like, okay, I want my picture.
They'll say,
you're
so
gonna have
now,
to pay for it.
now.
I'm like, okay, I just want to dig it out. Yeah, that one is 250. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, thank you.
My own is even worse. Maybe you can put the photo down and walk away. I mean, not so. My own. When I was seeing JJs in this country, we are just segueing. We will get back to the topic. So I saw these adverts. That these people, when they were posting it on Facebook back then, that they were opening this new restaurant, posh restaurant, and they say entry is free.
Free entry, yeah.
They say, eh?
You
Free.
Shop.
And as Nigerian boy, we just come from the trenches. I say our trenches stomach. That was how I went to B. I started eating. When I finished eating, they brought bill, my guy. I first do like Sabino, say, it's a family. Oh boy, I pay. God will go. Thank God I had money on me that time.
If you don't get paid,
from then I started understanding. So
understand.
all those, I won't call it rumors, all the things you hear about living abroad from people who have never left Nigeria, trust me, I can assure you 9 out of 10 times is wrong information. Okay, that was how somebody told me in Nigeria then that, look, you don't need to worry. Once you get abroad like this, you will see all these agencies on their streets. Just go there. They will find you a job immediately. My guy, when I relocated, I thought, wait, this is what this auntie said. That was how I ran into one of those agencies. My guy, they were looking at me like, you think they won't vet you? They won't. No, I couldn't even get a job for like 6 months. I said, but this woman said,
when they ask you to, you that just land in the country, they ask you to go and bring work experience.
Now.
Or reference.
And all those stuff, you know. So what most people don't understand is you don't have knowledge. I would rather you approach somebody that lives abroad. Let them give you the full download, and when they tell you the truth, accept it. Don't say because you have not heard it before or it's contrary to what you have heard from people back home. That is your truth. So this lady said, so I now said to her, I said, one, childcare is going to cost you a lot of money. I know actual nurses. I used to have a nurse that worked with us at my workplace. She had to quit. And I said to her, I said, why? She said, because she calculated it. It's like she's working for the, what do they call them? The babysitter.
Yeah.
He said, like, babysitter is taking like 65% of my earnings. Why am I working? What's the point? Let me just stay home and take care of my children then.
Exactly.
And be on benefits.
That's what
But you, remember, coming from Igodo, you have no recourse to public funds. So this country will not give you 1 kobo of their money.
Like, at least till you get your indefinite.
And when will you do that? 10 years?
After 5 years.
No,
Baba, even 5 years, okay?
Family, without being too impartial, you know, I still feel like you said, find someone, if you have access to someone that has ever come around, ask and try and believe them when they say this thing, because they're not trying to. I don't see what anyone will gain from telling you not to come here.
Nothing, the more the merrier. Me that I'm saying I don't have friends.
Exactly.
More of you will come. I will have friends now.
But just just note, you understand what's happening here. Like, I stopped using childcare when I started paying per day.
I almost fell into a trap now. I almost found myself saying, wow. I almost found myself saying it's not easy. But that is the motto. They will tell you, but you people will say it's not easy, it's not easy. You are buying car. It's not easy, it's not easy. You are building house. But do you know how many years that person had to toil abroad? People who have put in 15, 20 years of hard labor.
And yeah, so which is the point I'm going to. So when you come in, you understand, like every other thing in life, be prepared to put in the hours, the sacrifice.
And that's where I'm coming to.
But
be prepared to not have social life.
Don't think year one you got to this country, you're gonna be taking
care of sort of buy. Year one what? I'm talking year 3. Year 3.
Don't think you're gonna be taking care of anybody. You're gonna be struggling to.
And that's the problem. Sky.
And before you know it,
Sky.
the paper is due up for
yes. Sky.
For the paper
4 months into this country, people were asking me for laptop and Manchester United jersey. 4 months. It's because of what this same thing we are talking about, the wrong information.
Yeah.
But as long as you get to London, they used to call the UK the land of milk and honey. Where is the milk and the honey now? You get me? So think of it. They're giving you 2.5 years work visa, work permit. Yes. So the moment you land, you need to start thinking of saving to renew. No.
Yeah,
yes. No.
Obviously.
Thinking of saving to renew, you are going to think of paying bills. If you bring a child with you, a dependent, you cannot live in one room.
I told somebody, someone asked me how much is rent. You know, one of my friends, when he was coming, he asked me how much is rent averagely. I said, where I am is between, is a medium, like I would say it's a fair pricing where I live. Because I'm not in London, so I'm not paying London price, but I'm not in the bush.
You are not in the bush, yeah.
So I said, for a 2-bedroom flat, I pay $990 something.
That is really good.
You understand? I told the person, because no, the guy now mistakenly calculated. I was saying mistakenly because I don't think it meant to.
Okay.
He calculated it in naira. You understand?
That's what they do.
He calculated it in naira.
That's what most of them do.
Is it per year or
per month?
Per month.
And the problem with living abroad is the bills will not stop. Once it starts, it doesn't stop.
You
get me?
I keep saying it. This is the way the UK economy and
the way the country has been set up. Yeah, most of these European countries actually is that one. Yes, you work for the lifestyle you want. Yeah. You get, but you will work. And when I say work, and it is so hard to save.
You're not working harder to make sure you don't lose that lifestyle.
Let me tell you, it is ever so hard to save in this country. Don't believe all that stuff. Some people, you know what some people do again? They'll be telling you, people in Nigeria will tell you, sister BC's daughter, his son, he just built 2 mansions in Ikorodu. Do you know what Sister BC's son does abroad? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know how many years Sister BC's son has lived abroad? Do you know how many jobs Sister BC's son is doing abroad? So when you now come, the pressure is already on you. You want to come and do a job that is not a high-earning job. You will pay your rent, you will pay bills, you have to start saving towards your visa renewal. God bless you. You've come with a dependent. Probably you have 1 kid or 2 kids. You're in trouble, my friend. Because you can't put 2 kids in a 1 room in a shared house.
Exactly.
The least you will get is 1-bedroom flat. And you are looking at 800, 750, 800.
And where are you going to even put them when you are going out to work?
No, so that's what we're saying. So if you really think about it,
I think it's better for singles.
Exactly.
It is much better for single because as a single you can jama.
Exactly.
You can join 3 or 4 people and rent somewhere, or you can go and rent a room in a shared house.
Or couples, not.
So if you are single, you are doing 2 jobs.
Not divorcee.
If you are single, you are working 2 jobs. Your partner is working 2 jobs. It enables you save. Even then, you can't save much, but at least save. But think about it, no social life. So one thing we don't understand is, we human beings, we are dynamic in nature. So we are focusing more because we come from the trenches. You get me? We are focusing more on survival. How many of our people back home we can help? Our projects that we want to do back home. We want to build a house. We want to buy a car. We want to help this auntie, mommy, daddy. brother, sister, and that kind of a thing. But we fail to think about the other little aspects of human life.
Yeah.
Do you know that one day, if you work a whole full month without taking break or anything, one day you will sit down and think of yourself.
Of course.
You don't go anywhere.
You will break down. There will be a breakdown.
Your brain needs relaxation.
There will be time.
You get what I'm saying? You need to meet up. Sometimes you don't. That relaxation may not even involve spending money. Just meeting with friends. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
Meeting with friends, chit-chatting, talk about football, just talk about life generally. Some people don't even have that because all they do is work. To do what? To meet up with endless bills, endless requests back home.
No.
It never stops. It never stops. So I'm not here to discourage anyone. All we're trying to say to you is have a plan A, have a plan B, then have a backup plan. Because I can assure you, all these people that are giving you assurances now, when you touch down in this country, I've said this before, they will not have time for you. Do you know why? It's not because they are bad people. No, it's because they have their own lives. The rat race too. They are in that same rat race as you. Your own rat race is just starting. So they don't have time for liabilities. You get what I mean? So I want you to leave the trenches too. I want you to japa. I want you to find your greener pasture. Or do your research. Don't go and give your money. There are agencies that will say they are doing workshops, visa something workshops, 50,000 naira, 30,000 naira.
For what?
You will go and give your. I showed you now. Let me see if I can quickly find that thing. There's a name they call themselves. Visa, whatever.
To train you how to apply.
UK healthcare worker visa training. What are you training anybody for in visa? What?
I know how to stamp the passport yourself.
Like, you get what I mean? Collecting 30, 40, 50,000 naira. Money you don't have.
But really,
everything now also.
Bro, let's not even spiral this into, because what I'm gonna say is this, in life there are people who they will prefer anyone else, someone else. They have confidence when someone else fills all their forms
for them
and all that and submits it.
But that's not what these people are
Some
doing.
people believe that when they do it themselves, they are liable to do mistakes. There's the literacy aspect. I know a lot of people
that will
ask me, help me fill. I'm like, do this online.
My wife does it. My wife does it for a lot of people too. But here's the problem. Here's the issue. I'm not speaking from a place of me being on a high horse or me trying to be condescending. This is my issue. One thing you need to understand is with Nigeria, everything is hustle. Everybody they hustle. These people will not look at you and say, Auntie, I feel that this care worker role you apply from is not the best for you. How many children do you have? Is your husband going with you? Okay, you don't want to leave your children in Nigeria. You want to take them with you. Do you think they will sit you down and give you? They just want to collect their own money now. They will feel. Maybe it's form you want me to feel for you. I will feel it, knowing fully well that you will fail. Knowing fully well that you will go there and be frustrated. Let me tell you. Do you know how many people come to this country and end up being very frustrated?
Bro.
Now you are in a strange land with strangers. Nobody to help you. Because in this country, see, you know one thing that I find very spectacular is how Nigerian, all these fraudsters, like say they defraud somebody of thousands of pounds in this country, how they manage it, because I don't see anybody that has any money in this country, any extra money to spend. So who are these people who gives you their money? I never know.
There are still people that are still okay. If you think you are having bad,
Baba, even those people that are okay, people don't spare money in this country. That's what I'm saying. People don't put their hand in their pocket and give you £100 in this country for free. That's one thing I know. Even those people that you think are well to do, because they'll be taking £100 here. If I change it to naira, I can still say to Baba Basira to stop disturbing me. No, you feel what I'm saying. So who are these people that So you are coming to a strange land to be on your own. Even if you think you have friends, those friends, how much help can they render you? So shine your eyes. That's just the message. If you are going abroad, do a research on that job. Is it going to pay you? Do you have like a what do you call it? When you jump on trampoline, is that job your trampoline? Do you have like a landing pad of another job? Also,
what job would you recommend for people to come in?
No.
Healthcare is the best stepping stone.
Healthcare is the best stepping stone. Yeah. But my problem with that is, you've come into the country, you just said it yourself, the average rent in London, they will rent you a small cubicle for 2,000, 1,500. Exactly. Outside London, 750, 800. So if you come in as even a nurse, let's assume that you're a nurse, you're earning 32, yes? After tax.
No, there's married and go ahead, come and go ahead, 32.
Say it in English so that I know what you are saying.
Where will you find someone that just came in like earning 32?
Because I have this thing here. It says you
don't have any MVQ yet.
Band 1 or band 2?
Yeah.
Band 0.
So you are earning like 19,000. So monthly you are taking home 1,200, 1,350. So let's assume you remove rent of 800. How much is left?
And that's shared accommodation at 800.
Yes. So how much is left? 400, 500. Let's say 400, 500. Are you not going to eat? Even if you don't want to start paying bills like all these things, you don't have a car. I understand. You don't have a car, you don't have all these things. Are you not going to do phone contract to at least be able to speak to your people? So you won't eat. So what are you going to save? Transportation to get you to that work.
Anyways, moving on so that we can.
So
what movies have you been enjoying?
Oh man, I would have loved us to talk about this Muslim.
Yes, you see, I read it.
New developments back home. I want to hear your view on this. The APC presidential aspirant Bola Tinubu is chosen a vice president that is also Muslim. So people are like up in arms saying, "Oh wow, why do we want to have a Muslim ticket?" And there's this rumor that they want to turn Nigeria to like an Islamic country.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just like allegedly though, because this rumor has been going on for like many years. That before Buhari became president, they were saying he's going to Islamize Nigeria, or what do you call it, and all that stuff. So my question is, will it be? I'm not a Muslim, okay? I'm not religious really, but would it be an entirely bad thing if Nigeria became a Muslim country?
Okay, my own opinion is that I don't see how it makes a difference, really. Because, and I say that because...
Remember, there is a Sharia state in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If Nigeria became a Muslim country, they will want to implement some of those Sharia values.
Femi, this is what I believe. You see, if someone continue doing okay, let me put the Sri Lanka situation in perspective here. There is a limit for everything in life. You understand? Nigerians have been tolerating and all that. We've had some.
Do you actually think we as Nigerians have limits?
We have. Everybody in life has.
Our limit is gone.
Sri Lanka, do you think they plan to do what happened?
That's true.
They just had enough. You understand? We've had some milestones where Nigerians have come out to fight for their rights and all that. But the truth is, you see, we have a breaking point, whether we like it or not. We can tolerate fraud, tolerate all these little other things, but when it comes to, say, someone wants to force a religion that you don't believe in on you, I feel like any politician that tries to do it, we're going to thank him because. I say we're going to thank him because that means Nigeria will eventually have to restructure, split, Arewa, that's what's going to happen. Because I'm not going to imagine a 40-year-old man, you're telling me to come and go and worship someone.
You are forgetting this is Nigeria.
It cannot happen. I'm telling you, that's like I don't see it happening. You understand that? But the reason why I say it doesn't make any difference is this: Muslims have ruled us. Christians have ruled us.
Nothing.
What exactly have they brought to the table because of their religion? You understand? The people who are ruling us, all they know is corruption. While I'm there, make sure my people are okay. That's all. That's all they care about. You understand? Even them, their religion is like a cover. You understand? They don't actually do things based on their religion. You understand?
Too many of them though.
When Buhari wanted to come in, they said, it's going to Islamize Nigeria. When Goodluck came in, they say, Christian president. When Obasanjo came in, he has given his life to Christ in prison. He's now a pastor. He even built a church. They said he built a church
in prison.
You understand? Yeah. So, what has it benefited us as Nigerians? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Me, what? Tinubu pick Muslim, fine. I don't even want to see him near the power. I don't want to even see him there.
But
because it's not the best thing for us.
The way things look, do you still think it's not going to be
the next president?
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough call because I can start to see Atiku gathering momentum.
Atiku, wow.
I didn't expect it.
Where do you put Peter Obi?
See, forget Peter Obi.
To be fair, I don't even think. I won't lie with you. I won't lie to you. I don't even think Peter Obi can get there.
One top Peter Obi in there.
This first try, I don't think he will do it. But the thing is, he has started the.
What do you mean first try? Did he not try to come in?
No, to the president is what I'm saying.
Yeah, did he not campaign? I mean, he went against Buhari now. What do you mean?
Oh, really?
His first time? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think he lost in primaries.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying
this is not his first time.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think there's no hope for him?
He lost APC primaries to Buhari.
You think there's no hope for him?
See, he might be a good president. Or at least better than all these options that we have. Yeah. But will he get there? That's another question.
They will not allow him.
Me, I would have loved to see Nigeria that votes for people like him, and some other underdog parties. But the truth is, they already know who our next president is. And truly, between two riggers, because APC now, they are now experts in rigging too.
Oh, yeah.
Between PDP, the master riggers, and APC, the underdog riggers, they already know who is going to be our next president. Because PDP is going to do all its power to make sure they claim the presidential seat back. APC is going to do all its power to make sure they retain. They become, you understand, they retain that party this thing. So, PDP, do you think PDP have been sleeping? Do you know how many machines them?
So, what's his name? Atiku is gaining momentum now.
He is, because every time people mention Peter Obi, social media people go crazy, they are supporting him.
And somebody said something too, which made me sit up. He said, see, elections won't happen on social media. All the social media people are.
It showed me a lot when it comes to that self.
Even the NSAS.
He didn't get one.
Even the NSAS movement, if you think about it, it was only on social media that we were all saying NSAS. In real life, all the mothers, fathers, they were against the whole thing. They were like, you want to go and kill yourself.
My dad even did not support.
You know what I'm saying? So elections are not won on social media.
He liked the idea what we are
fighting but they are still like, guys, don't put yourself out there.
Some people have taken advantage of it. You understand? And they are still part of this cabal.
Yeah, that's true though.
You understand? Because at NSAS, Lagos, let's look at Lagos. PDP were actually funding people that were campaigning the NSAS thing because they want to make sure they spoil APC's image in Lagos.
That's true. They made it political.
So they were fueling it. They were fueling.
It became a political tool for them.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. But anyways, moving on.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of this guy that acts Superman? The Superman movies.
Lewis Clark.
No, not Clark.
The person that is usually
no.
Clark. Yeah.
Let me Google it. No, not the guys that did the Superman versus Batman movie.
Oh.
Just Google Superman versus Batman. They will show you the characters.
Yeah.
Let me find his name.
Ben Affleck.
That's Batman.
That was
Superman's
Batman.
name?
So Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill is the name I'm looking for.
That guy.
Before
that I loved recently.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm trying to remember the Cavill.
Is he the Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah, I think it's Man.
Yeah, that's like a 2020-ish movie. But my thing is, Henry Cavill used to be the guy that I've been advocating for to be the next James Bond.
Oh,
I have a new
good.
Yeah, he would have, but I have a new contender that I think is even more suitable for that role. And don't say, oh, just because you want it.
I agree with
no. Do you think Ryan Gosling will actually be a better fit as James Bond. And I say that because I saw his new movie yesterday, The Grey Man, or what's it called? And Jesus Christ, I won't say exceptional, but I give it a 7 or 10.
I watched it twice.
The production, the directing, the production itself, the acting. It was like James Bond mixed with a little bit of Jason Bond kind of share, you know, and emotionless like James Bond. Even when he's showing emotion, he's emotionless like you said earlier. And I just feel that he sold himself as a James Bond contender there.
I was surprised because if you look at coming from first, you got to look at 2000. What's this movie? This space movie. That Harrison Ford was inside.
I forgot.
Shit! That was why I was grabbing the remote then. Anyway, if you look at his performance in that movie, you understand, it was top notch. Then he took it another level with this. What's the
this
name
one
of the
was really good.
again?
The Grey Man.
The Grey Man.
Very good.
I loved it. It was very, just like good. I wasn't expecting it because I put it on. I was like, you know, let me just play something while I walk. Then I'm hearing some lines. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Then I rewind it. I'm
Really
like,
good.
nah, I don't really need to watch this. But it's a good one. I recommend it. You know.
Was really good. So what's another stuff? I'm just finally getting into The Handmaid's Tale. And Jesus Christ. You know, when you watch something and you're watching it and in your mind you're just thinking, I hope the world never descends into this.
You know, I've never seen it.
You know what? I've always known of it.
Yeah, but
I've just never really. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I seen some movies for days that I'm not sure.
You know that kind of a thing. So I just go into the season one. I'm like, wait, what? So I binge watched the season 1.
Have you seen the Superman showing on BBC though?
Oh yeah, I've seen all that. That's really
that
good.
was a really nice different Superman.
Different perception of Superman, and they actually followed the comics.
Exactly. The multiverse. You saw the multiverse that he had to fight himself. I really love that.
That was really good. Yeah. So and then I watched this Afrobeat documentary.
The documentary.
About how Afrobeat started. I think we mentioned it in the last episode.
We're
going to really deep dive into it, but no time. Yeah. So there you go. We're missing Nicola today. You know, anyway, I get well soon, baby girl. Is that not the girl that did the Handmaiden? The Shining Girls? No, the one in Shining Girls.
This one.
She's the one, isn't she?
Oh, is this one good?
I've not seen Shining Girls, but I'm just seeing her face. And I'm like,
the same person. Movie.
That's all that movie is. Oh, okay.
Elizabeth Moss.
All right. Wow.
She was in, you need to see her in Invisible Man.
I've seen Invisible. Oh, that's actually.
That was her.
Oh, now I see. Do you know that I saw Invisible Man, but because I had not seen Handmaiden, I only just see her face on it. Wow, I didn't know that.
It was good.
Have you seen this one? This guy, Pratt. This guy that does. What's his name again? Can you call Pratt? Or it's on Amazon Prime too, where he did like The Contractor or something.
I think I know which movie you're saying.
Like it's a series like it's 8 episodes. Really good. On Amazon
I've seen Big Sky on Amazon.
Oh yeah, Big Sky. I saw Big Sky.
It was different for me, but
Big Sky is a bit. They lost the plot midway.
I've
seen
like
everything.
They struggled to tie it together.
Then they lost the plot.
They got it back.
Do you know that season 1 has like 22 episodes?
What?
Yeah. Don't believe what.
I've not finished it.
No, most of it is not even on Amazon. I don't know what happened because I had to watch the rest on my Fire Stick. It's so like 22 episodes.
Where am I going to find it?
Probably Hulu or something. But I watched my it's really
I really like it, but
then The Boys. Have you seen the conclusion?
I started watching it.
Oh my god, the conclusion of The Boys.
I was saving it for when I have time.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. I love The Boys. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, we've got stuff to talk about today, but I'm kind of in a hurry because we didn't get to the studio on time due to traffic. So we have to stop here for today. I still know I have a lot of questions that I need to answer
we'll take it gradually.
We'll try to address your questions in the next episode. Bear with us. Remember, we're just doing this as a hobby. We have work and life and other businesses and stuff that we also. This is what I'm talking about. The terminal list.
The terminal list. That one too is good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
I watched it recently.
Yeah, it's really good. And you know, I would have loved us to sort of review Burna Boy's new album, Love That Meaning, but like I said, there's no time.
Yeah, in one word though. When would you wear
average?
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I only like 3 songs.
Yeah.
3 songs stood out. And I think his last album was much better than this. And I think it's because he's now trying to cater to international audience.
Yeah.
And when you do that and you forget your base, your roots, this is what happens. Yeah.
I think for the album, I would say I didn't expect less. I expected more, but yeah, I'll take what I got. You know, it was okay. It was average.
That's what
I didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint.
Man.
I would have hated for it to be really, really terrible. You understand? Like someone that's just won Grammys, just done sold out shows.
Yeah.
Now go and release one album.
Yeah. But the songs that actually carried that album was that last.
Yeah, that's last.
You get me? Because everybody, that song is like worldwide. People are even saying that song might push Essence out of the way as the most popular African song, because that song is literally everywhere. He's performed it literally everywhere all over the world. So that song really carried the album. But when the album came out and I heard all the songs, I'm like, 3 songs stood out in like 14 years. So it's one of those things. It's a bit of a mid project like that. So I know it will do better. It will come back bigger and stronger. After all, it's the African giants anyway. Yeah. So that's about all we have for this week. Bear with us. And we will see you again on the next episode. Take care of yourself. Remember, as you wake up every day, don't let anyone ruin your day. It's your day. Ruin it yourself. Take care. Bye. It's been the More You Look podcast. I'm Femi and this is Sky.
Sky. All right.